Hey everybody, and welcome to DDTS episode 732. I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for watching. I really want to say thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. My birthday is tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go live for my birthday. I'll probably be talking about different things. But today, and on this video, I want to elaborate on something from earlier. And I pretty much want to elaborate on this person. This person, I don't know, is this person considered to be a part of Black History Month? But I will say this person who is Latino ancestry, this person who is of Puerto Rican and he is Black. He's a poet and he is truly not talked about long enough. He's not talked about enough. You rarely hear people discuss him. And I'm pretty much going to tell you this. I found out about this person through a video that was shared to me through the Solomon Project, aka Mr. Burns, aka Butter, who is truly one of the best. So happy to have you back on the YouTube scene. So happy to have you back in the presence. And it's so happy to see that you are doing good. Shout out to Mr. Burns. Shout out to each and everybody around. But first yet, hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell so you will get notified when I have videos uploaded. And I think, let me get my other, hope my other device is charged. It might be dead. I don't know. But I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get my other device. And we're going to get into it. But I also wanted to elaborate to y'all on something. So I was on a telephone call with a friend. Now this friend of mine is Latino. My friend is Latino. We had a wonderful conversation. Basically, we was talking about the Bad Bunny performances, and basically what we talk about things that's going on in the world, and we talk about like the Black and brown community and the Latino community. We basically talk about communities and stuff. Not only that, but we also talk about the different things that's going on within our communities and the LGBTQIA communities and everything, reputation and all that. Shout out to my friend. And we talks about a bunch of stuff. We talks about important stuff. We talks about topics that pretty much peoples are not going to touch on too much. But at the same time, it's like they want to touch up on them. But it's like they scared to say what they really want to say regarding the communities and regarding what they are related to. So that's what I'm going to touch up on. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So we was just talking about our experiences. And we pretty much was talking about experiences with me being in the Black community, with him being a part of the Latino community. And we were just talking about the highlight of the Bad Bunny halftime show that was last week that is still getting talked about. We talked about how he represented everybody in the culture who was all Spanish, and everybody, all the Black and brown peoples who are of Latino descent. and around the world, and how much reputation that Bad Bunny represented. So he was telling me his experiences and what he has been going through personally, mentally, and we were just having great conversations about our communities, like him being a part of the Latino community and some of the things that he's experienced, and being a part of the gay community, and him basically saying that where he is, he's in California, and he's saying that, no disrespect, that the gay community in California is basically trash. Like, it's like, within that, he basically told me that if you are not skinny, if you're not a twink, if you're not part of the YT community, and this and that and the third, if you don't fit into a certain category, you pretty much is not going to get in. You pretty much is going to be looked over, because it's like we live in a society within the gay community and the straight community and everybody around the world. Like, everybody wants to praise peoples that go to these gyms. Basically, what he was telling me, and allegedly I can agree with this, and this is for anybody that has had this problem, who is part of the LGBTQIA community, or even an ally, or even for anybody that wants to listen. If people want to praise everyone that goes to the gym and have these rocking bodies, and peoples want to praise peoples that has the good looks and this and that and the third. Basically what I said about yesterday in my video about colorism, like, that's what society has us as. Colorism, that we let colorism divide us as one. And it's like, if you're not a twink, if you're not a certain person of a community, the privileged peoples of the community, you pretty much not going to be looked as. But as I look into it, and as we discussing, I was listening to him, and he was saying so much relatable things, and then I let him finish talking, and basically it was like, it came up because I'm chubby, I'm fat, this and that and the third. And then after I let him talk, I let him finish respectfully, I was like, you know what? I can agree with you, because we live in a society and we live in a world where if you're fat, if you're chubby, and if you're femme, and you part of the gay community, it's like peoples don't want to check for you. Where if this hate towards fat and femme peoples, it comes from the gay community, where we are basically, I thought we all supposed to be a part of, which I thought we all was supposed to come together towards our community. If you being fat and femme, all that hate is coming from our own community. And I'm going to tell you why. We as a community, I thought we as a community, we supposed to come together as one. We supposed to come together, look out for each other. But people's is too hung up on people's look. People's are hung up on how much money you make, this and that and the third. I thought as a community, we supposed to come together, and he made some valid points. This is why I told him, I said, I done videos on this, and if you're fat and you're femme and you chubby, just like a woman, a lot of peoples around the world, they talk about women, being plus size, and women being a certain size. Like, a lot of people want to shame plus size women. A lot of people want to shame plus size men. Well, this is my opinion. I thought we as peoples is supposed to love each other 100%. No matter if that's your preference or not. We are all human. No matter what community that you are from, there is someone for everybody. I might not be in the best shape or anything, but I'm going to say this. It doesn't matter if you're straight, you're gay, this and that and the third fluid. It does not matter what size that you are. Since when do we as human beings dictate on who is deserving to be in our community? I thought the gay community and I thought the straight community is for anyone, you know, in my opinion, that is deserving to be in it. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. At the end of the day, we are all the same. But I'm basically saying, and what my friend was saying, what he's experienced. And all the things that we was talking about, I'm sorry if I'm skipping over, all the things that we was talking about, he basically said, and he told me this, he opened up to me, he was like, I don't know about you, but in the future, because we've been knowing each other for almost a year, not in a romantically way, like we tried that in the beginning, but you know, we hit some hard, rough patches, and it's okay if you hit rough, hard patches. It's going to eventually happen to everybody. But he said to me in the future, he said that me and him, we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to plan it. He wants to do a podcast, and he wants to come on the podcast, and he wants to be a guest, and he wants to talk about what his experience is being a Latino gay man, and what it's like for him growing up Latino, and what his experience has been like. And I basically said, you're more than welcome to come on my platform, and you're more than welcome to open up and share your experiences, what Latinos have been going through and everything, and what it's like for him being gay and being Latino. And I will also be sharing my experiences, what it's like being a black gay man, and all the different similarity of things that us as black and brown peoples of the black community and the Latino community has faced. Because we talked about a whole bunch of things, and I told him, I said, not all Latinos and not all peoples around our nation are bad, and not all the Latinos betrayed their own country and their own background. But we do have to realize that it is a lot of anti-black communities and a lot of anti-black companies. And with that being said, me and my friend discussed this. Those peoples that are anti-black are the same peoples that, you know, we come in their business, we eat in their establishment, they taking our money. But those are the same peoples that be bad-mouthing us, that be saying, oh, we this and we that and all this and that and the third in a disrespectful way. But it's like this. Those are also the same peoples that want to adapt from our culture. And let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. We also discussed the Bad Bunny performance. And the peoples, them supporters, if you know, you know, they said that they did not like the Bad Bunny concert. I was like, and we both was like, what are you doing watching it? And if you didn't like it, if you said you weren't going to watch it, if you said you was not for Bad Bunny performance, what is you doing watching it? What was you doing watching it? And those same peoples, those supporters, because it was some black supporters that was against the Bad Bunny performance. And it was a lot of those other peoples of other communities that was against the Bad Bunny performances. Hell, it was even some Latinos that was against Bad Bunny performing. And what made me so mad is how can some of the Latinos be against Bad Bunny performing? Because the last time I checked, Bad Bunny was doing it for their culture. He was doing it for their background. He was doing it for all the cultures and countries around the world. Take a look at that Super Bowl halftime performance. Bad Bunny did it for the black, the brown, and all around the world. The Afro-Latinos, the Afro-Latinas, and the Dominican Republics and all. But you know, all around the world they spoke Spanish, and for the black and brown peoples and for the United States. And then again, we talked about how, you know, the same peoples that were against Bad Bunny performances, those are the same peoples that be sitting up in the Mexican restaurants, they be sitting up in these other food places, in other places of communities be chowing down, but then have the nerve and the audacity to try to badmouth other communities that they claim that they can't stand. Now make it make sense, and let's be honest. The main reason peoples were against Bad Bunny doing the performance is because he was Puerto Rican and he is a minority. And the last time I checked, Bad Bunny is an American. Puerto Rico is an American state. It is part of the United States of America, is it not? When I tell you, me and my friend, we talked about a whole bunch of things. And yes, we are both part of the gay community. And we both a part of the LGBTQIA community. We both a part of the gay community. And you know what? You know how some peoples of the same community, you know how some of them be talking about, you know, sexual things. Not one time have we talked about anything that was sexual. Not any time that we flirted with each other. Not one time we was on that telephone. We never flirted with each other. We didn't do none of that. We talked about, you know, our communities. We talked about how we was doing physically, mentally, and everything, and some of a lot of things that we've basically seen. 100. If you know, you know. And we also talked about this. Let's not forget about the Native Americans, because I know I might need to do my history, but the Native Americans, they deserve reputation as well. Because if my history serves me correctly, I might be wrong. Put it in the comments if I'm wrong. But was Native Americans here first? And then it was us, the Black Americans. But let's be honest. At the end of the day, you know what happens? This privileged community, the privileged peoples of a certain community, if you know, take credit and steal and do what they always do. They take credit and they steal. And I'm going to say what I say. And it was so amazing. We talked about so much, you know, heartfelt stuff and stuff that not too many people's going to discuss. Like, they discussed it, but it seems like they try to not offend anybody or say it in a disrespectful way. And that's how we did it. And so before we hung up, we talked about it and we still gonna plan it. And it was like, he wants to come on the podcast. He wants to start a podcast, or he wants to come on the podcast. He wants to open up. He wants to talk about his experience with being Latino, what it's like being what it's like being a gay Latino man and a part of the LGBTQ community, what he has experienced in the LGBTQ community as a Latino man. And he wants to talk about all these different communities that I'm basically talking about, what needs to be discussed and all about that. and he wants to talk about, you know, how he feels about it, and he wants to give his opinion. So me being me, I said, you know what? Whenever we plan it out in the future tense, I will be happy to collaborate with you. You are more than welcome to come on my podcast. Basically, anybody is welcome to come on my podcast. Let's just plan it out. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Like I said, I want to collaborate with people. I've been saying this since 2025, and it is 2026. I'm still open for it. I'm not doing it for the views. I don't even want it for the views. I want to do it because it is a passion. I want to do it so people can get a better perspective from someone, you know, that's not only famous, that's not, you know, well known out there, that's got a lot of views and a lot of subscribers and that's worldwide. But I want to do it so people can get a perspective from people's that is basically still trying to come up, that's just trying to accomplish their goal, they just want to voice their opinion. I don't know how it's going to be for me. I even tried to apply for journalist jobs. I even tried to apply for TMZ. I've been doing everything that there is to do to try to basically go forward with my goal. And I just wanted to share that with you all. And that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm going to have to make another video detailing about the other part of the video. But I wanted to share this with you all. And this next video that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be asking y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all, I don't know if this person is considered for Black History Month. But I'm basically going to talk about him. He is of, one second, y'all. He is of Puerto Rican, and he is of Black descent. And I just want to elaborate with y'all. I know y'all probably like, DeAndre, it's Black History Month. Why are you talking about Latinos in that community? You're supposed to be talking about Black history. I know. Please bear with me. I know I said the next video I'm going to do is on Cicely Tyson. I'm going to do it, but I just ask y'all to bear with me. And he is a poet. Shout out to the Solomon Project. Once again, I'm going to be talking about Felipe Luciano. I'm going to put his picture up in the next video, and that's going to be my next part. And that's it for this video, episode 732. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video. Thank you all, and I love y'all. Till next time. Bye-bye.